Two iconic sodas, one bubbling rivalry, Coca-Cola and Pepsi have been duking it out for over a century, sparking debates, loyalty wars, and marketing magic. But who truly deserves the crown? From the shadowy vaults hiding Coca-Cola's top-secret recipe to Pepsi's celebrity-fueled rebellion and a bold taste test that shook the nation, this is the epic tale of how these fizzy titans clashed for dominance. Hold on to your fizz, because what started as a competition for cola supremacy became a battle that spilled over into every corner of culture, shaping not just what we drink, but how we think about brands. In 1886, pharmacist John Stith Pemberton brewed up a curious medicinal tonic in a small Atlanta lab, a syrupy concoction meant to soothe the stomach and boost energy. Little did he know, this would become the most recognized beverage on the planet, Coca-Cola. Enter Asa Candler, a savvy entrepreneur who purchased Pemberton's recipe and turned it into a marketing phenomenon. By the turn of the century, Coca-Cola was no longer just a drink. It was a brand spreading across the United States like wildfire. Meanwhile, in 1893, Caleb Bradham, a North Carolina pharmacist, was working on his own fizzy elixir, which he humbly named Brad's Drink. By 1898, he rebranded it to Pepsi Cola, emphasizing its digestive benefits. But Pepsi's journey was far from smooth. Early success was followed by financial troubles, including bankruptcy during the Great Depression. Yet, reinvention was in its DNA, and Pepsi would rise from the ashes to challenge Coca-Cola's dominance. With both brands established by the early 20th century, the stage was set for a rivalry that would extend far beyond the soda fountain. Coca-Cola's formula is more than a recipe, it's a legend, known as Merchandise 7X. This mix of flavoring oils has been shrouded in mystery for over a century. Rumors swirl like carbonation in a glass, coca leaves, exotic spices, or something even more secretive lurking in the mix. To preserve its mystique, Coca-Cola has taken extraordinary measures. The recipe is famously locked in a high-security vault in Atlanta, guarded like the crown jewels of the soda empire. But is the real magic in the recipe, or the way Coca-Cola spins its story of mystery and tradition? Pepsi, on the other hand, leaned into a sweeter, more citrus-forward flavor profile that resonated with younger audiences. Its zesty punch was like a rebel yell in a world dominated by Coca-Cola's richer, spicier tones. Coca-Cola didn't just sell soda, it sold an experience. The iconic Contour bottle, introduced in 1915, became a tactile and visual symbol of the brand, instantly recognizable even in the dark. And who could forget Coca-Cola's link to Christmas? By featuring Santa Claus in its ads during the 1930s, Coca-Cola not only boosted its brand, but reshaped the modern image of Santa himself, jolly, red-suited, and holding an ice-cold Coke. With timeless slogans like "It's the real thing" and "Taste the feeling," Coca-Cola positioned itself as more than a beverage. It became a cultural staple synonymous with happiness, nostalgia, and authenticity. Pepsi took a different approach, embracing boldness and innovation. In the 1960s, it introduced the Pepsi generation, targeting youth and energy as its core identity. This campaign was revolutionary, shifting focus from the product to the people who consumed it. Pepsi didn't stop there. It brought in celebrity powerhouses like Michael Jackson, Beyoncé, and Britney Spears, leveraging their star appeal to build an edgy, trend-setting image. Each ad screamed rebellion and modernity, offering a stark contrast to Coca-Cola's timeless tradition. While Coca-Cola crafted a legacy rooted in familiarity and trust, Pepsi carved out a space for itself as the choice of the bold, young, and daring. These opposing strategies fueled a rivalry that wasn't just about taste, it was about lifestyle, identity, and who could own the hearts of consumers worldwide. In the 1970s, Pepsi threw down the gauntlet with the now famous Pepsi Challenge. Picture this: blindfolded participants, 2 unlabeled cups, and a revelation that would send shockwaves through the industry. Pepsi was winning, and not just by a little. To everyone's shock, Pepsi's sweeter flavor triumphed in these taste tests, leaving Coca-Cola shaken and its reputation fizzling. Rattled, Coca-Cola made a daring move in 1985, New Coke. The sweeter formula was designed to compete directly with Pepsi's bold profile, but what followed was nothing short of chaos. Fans didn't just dislike New Coke, they revolted. Protests erupted, letters flooded corporate offices. Even the Wall Street Journal declared it a flop of epic proportions. Coca-Cola quickly backtracked, reintroducing the original recipe under the name Coca-Cola Classic. The move wasn't just a recovery. It became a masterstroke of brand loyalty. The public roared with joy, and Coca-Cola spun the fiasco into proof of its iconic status. Coca-Cola didn't just stay a national treasure, it became a global powerhouse. Today, you'll find Coca-Cola in over 200 countries, from bustling metropolises to the most remote villages. What made this expansion so effective? Coca-Cola mastered the art of localization. Whether it was embracing the tea culture in Asia or celebrating football in Europe, Coca-Cola tailored its marketing strategies to resonate with local tastes and traditions while maintaining its core identity. Pepsi, while a strong contender, faced a tougher climb in international markets dominated by Coca-Cola, but it wasn't without its victories. In India, for instance, Pepsi gained significant traction by aligning with cricket, the nation's favorite sport, and introducing local flavors that resonated with the market. Despite these wins, Pepsi has struggled to replicate Coca-Cola's widespread reach, often playing catch-up in regions where the Coke brand is deeply entrenched. Both brands have delivered unforgettable global ad campaigns. Coca-Cola's Share a Coke campaign personalized bottles in over 70 countries, fostering a sense of connection. Pepsi, on the other hand, leveraged global pop culture with partnerships featuring stars like Beyoncé, David Beckham, and even Hollywood icons. While Coca-Cola may lead in sheer numbers, Pepsi's edgy, youth-centric approach has helped it carve out its own loyal following in key international markets. If you're enjoying the video so far, don't forget to give it a like and hit that subscribe button to stay tuned for more fascinating explorations like this one. Coca-Cola isn't just a drink, it's a symbol of American culture and ideals. During World War II, Coca-Cola pledged to provide every US soldier with a Coke for just 5 cents, no matter where they were in the world. This move not only boosted morale, but cemented Coca-Cola's image as a symbol of home, comfort, and freedom. Over the decades, Coca-Cola has become a cultural icon, representing everything from global unity with the "I'd like to buy the world a Coke" campaign to the joy of the holidays through its timeless association with Santa Claus. While Coca-Cola embraced tradition, Pepsi leaned into pop culture, tying its brand to music, sports, and Hollywood glamour. Pepsi's groundbreaking partnership with Michael Jackson in the 1980s redefined celebrity endorsements, setting the stage for future collaborations with stars like Britney Spears, Beyoncé, and Lionel Messi. From sponsoring the Super Bowl halftime show to featuring in blockbuster movies, Pepsi positioned itself as the drink of the cool, the young, and the rebellious. While Coca-Cola became a symbol of tradition and nostalgia, Pepsi capitalized on the pulse of contemporary culture, creating a dynamic rivalry. Both brands have not only sold soda but shaped cultural moments, leaving their imprint on generations. The question remains, do you prefer a sip of timeless tradition or a taste of modern rebellion? Faced with declining soda consumption, Coca-Cola has adapted by expanding into health-conscious options like sparkling water, low-calorie drinks, and even plant-based beverages. The company has also doubled down on sustainability efforts, pledging to make all packaging recyclable by 2030 and reduce its carbon footprint significantly. While Coca-Cola sticks closely to beverages, PepsiCo has leveraged its broader portfolio from Lay's and Doritos to Gatorade and Tropicana. PepsiCo's diversification into snacks and non-carbonated drinks has allowed it to capture multiple markets. They've also launched healthier options and invested heavily in functional drinks such as energy and protein beverages. Coca-Cola continues to lead in global market share for carbonated beverages, but PepsiCo's diversification strategy has given it an edge in total revenue, thanks to its snack empire. Coca-Cola remains the leader in branding and customer loyalty, while PepsiCo dominates the retail space. In recent years, both brands have fought fiercely to stay relevant. Coca-Cola's branding remains iconic, while Pepsi continues to attract younger consumers through bold marketing and product innovation. The rivalry is far from over, with each brand pushing boundaries to remain at the top of the global beverage game. With both companies adapting to modern trends, the cola wars are no longer just about soda, they're about the future of how we eat and drink. The battle for supremacy continues, proving that the rivalry is as relevant today as it was decades ago. Coca-Cola versus Pepsi isn't just about soda, it's a head-to-head clash of marketing genius, cultural influence, and emotional connection. This is more than a rivalry, it's a reflection of who we are and what we value. So, which cola gets your vote? The timeless tradition of Coca-Cola or the rebellious rebellious edge of Pepsi. Are you Team Coke or Team Pepsi? Drop your choice in the comments and hit that subscribe button for more epic brand battles that defined history. And while you're at it, click here for the inside scoop on the burger wars. McDonald's versus Burger King.